If I see one more comment about someone talking about 6ix9ine, I'm gonna get mad. Stop talking about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear a theory about it. I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, it was this. Oh, yo, Red. Yo, Red. Listen, boy, listen. Stop that. Okay? You guys are causing me a lot of trouble. Okay? Detectives came to me already. Okay? Like, it's getting ridiculous. They're going to my mom. Like, this is a big problem. If you guys keep going with this Island Boy stuff, I promise you I'm gonna get mad.
The Island Boys are in serious trouble now. Word on the street is they allegedly hit up 6ix9ine's spot and things went completely off the rails. The internet is losing its mind right now after some wild footage dropped online, and it's painting a whole new picture of what really went down inside that mansion. This isn't your regular drama. This is next level chaos. Before we break down the madness, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because what's coming next is absolutely shocking. All right, so here's the deal. Everybody's been talking about the incident at 6ix9ine's Florida mansion. Reports say a group of masked intruders allegedly pulled up while he was out filming content with Jack Doherty. You know, that goofy YouTube kid who's always doing pranks. Things took a dark turn real quick. Apparently, the suspects forced their way inside and terrified the people in the home, including 6ix9ine's 60-year-old mother. They tore through the place, flipping furniture, searching for valuables, and left the mansion looking like a tornado hit it. Jewelry, cash, and car keys all gone. That was the story everyone thought they knew, until now. Some wild leaked footage just surfaced, and it's about to flip this whole situation on its head. The timing of this break-in wasn't random at all. It looks way too calculated. 6ix9ine was live on stream with Jack Doherty. Yeah, the same Jack who just got out and was clowning around online. While they were streaming, these guys were apparently watching in real time, tracking every move like professionals. They knew exactly when he left the crib, knew his security team was gone, and they knew his mom was home by herself. That's straight up creepy surveillance level planning, but it gets even crazier. TMZ dropped footage from inside the mansion during the invasion, and fans on social media turned into full-blown detectives overnight. People are slowing the video down, frame by frame, trying to piece together exactly who's behind it.
For multiple reasons. He's an easy target. You know, when you walk around with, $250,000 in jewelry on you, if you insist on walking around with that type of money, then you need professional help. Your friends hanging out with you obviously are insufficient. You need people that know what they're doing.
Now here's where things explode. In that leaked clip, you can clearly hear one of the masked guys yelling at someone named Red, and if you've been online long enough, you know that name sounds real familiar. Red is the nickname of Kodiak Red. One half of the Island Boys, the viral duo that became famous for their colorful hair and over-the-top antics. But it doesn't stop there. The internet sleuths didn't just stop at the voice. Oh no, they started analyzing everything. How the suspects walked, how they moved their hands, even how they stood. And get this, multiple viral breakdowns claim the mannerisms match up exactly with the Island Boys. Fans are calling this CSI TikTok edition because the level of detail they're pulling is unreal. This might just be one of the craziest fan investigations we've ever seen. First off, the internet detectives are going crazy with this one. The way one of the masked guys walks, that signature swagger, that tilted stance. People are saying it's an exact match to how the Island Boys move in their old videos. Fans are breaking down every little detail, the shoulder position, the way their arms swing, even the rhythm of their steps. It's wild how deep people are going into this footage. These online investigators are doing full-on gait analysis like they're running a crime lab. They've been digging through old Instagram stories, TikTok clips, even random paparazzi videos of the Island Boys walking around Miami, matching them frame by frame with this leaked footage. Some of the side-by-side comparisons are shocking. According to fans, Kodiak Red has this unique way of walking, that slight lean to the left, the confident arm swing, and the person in the video moves the exact same way. And it doesn't stop there. The voice analysis is turning heads too. Even though the robbers tried masking their voices, listeners claim they can still hear that recognizable South Florida accent, that same tone and slang the Island Boys always use when they talk on live streams. One fan even ran the leaked audio through a voice matching app and said it came back with a 78% similarity to Kodiak Red's voice from his past interviews. That's insane. Now here's where things get even messier. The possible motive. The Island Boys, whose real names are Frankie and Alex Venegas, have reportedly been struggling with money for a while now. They've been facing major backlash online, losing deals, and watching their fame fade away. So fans are now asking, Could that desperation have pushed them to do something this extreme? The money just isn't flowing like it used to for the Island Boys. Back when they first went viral, it felt like they were unstoppable, cashing out on features, brand deals, and club appearances left and right. But now, that fame wave has crashed hard. Their music never really took off the way they dreamed, and their social media buzz has been dying down fast. Fans barely interact anymore, and the word around Miami is that their pockets are hurting bad. Think about it. These guys went from being viral sensations, stacking serious cash from appearances and sponsorships, to barely staying relevant. That internet fame burned out quicker than anyone expected, and the money dried up right along with it. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine is still living like a superstar, flexing luxury cars, flashing stacks of cash, and gifting his mom Lamborghinis like it's just another Tuesday. At their peak, the Island Boys were reportedly making close to $50,000 per show, but now insiders say they're lucky to pull a few thousand for a club appearance. If they even get booked, that's a brutal drop-off. Seeing 6ix9ine continue to thrive while they struggle to keep their name in the spotlight must sting like crazy. And to make matters worse, they've been dealing with a pile of legal troubles, court fees, attorney bills, and settlements that have chewed through whatever money they had left.
God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real. I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something, so you guys will never ever be broke again.
Hey, George, hold on. No, hold on. No,
This
hold
is a
on.
podcast.
No.
Here, I'm moving for you. I was giving you nice advice, bro.
Then their management cut ties after a series of controversial moments, leaving them without any real business direction or steady income. Put all that together, fame fading, money drying up, and constant comparisons to someone like 6ix9ine, and it's easy to see how frustration could turn into desperation. That's the type of pressure that makes people act out in wild ways. 6ix9ine has been flooding social media with his flashy lifestyle, showing off his massive Florida mansion, high-end whips, diamond chains, and stacks of cash that look straight out of a movie. He even gifted his mom a Lamborghini and $1 million in cash for her birthday. Talk about over the top. For anyone struggling to keep their pockets full, watching someone live like that can stir up some serious envy. That's the kind of flex that can turn frustration into straight-up motivation for the wrong kind of moves. But here's where this situation turns downright heartbreaking. The person who ended up in the middle of all this chaos wasn't 6ix9ine himself. It was his 60-year-old mother, a woman who barely speaks English, who's known to be a churchgoer, a peaceful, God-fearing person, completely innocent in all this madness. She was reportedly confronted during the break-in, and the leaked footage shows her being held outside while the suspects tore the house apart. Just imagine the fear she must have felt in that moment. This woman has already lived through too much. 6ix9ine has even mentioned before that people once tried to snatch her up while she was walking her dog. And now, this, being caught in the middle of a break-in because her son's online persona makes him an easy target, that's just tragic. In the clip, you can clearly see her hands trembling, her body frozen in fear as the chaos unfolds behind her. She looks completely lost, probably not even understanding what's happening or why. It's disturbing to watch. Someone's grandmother, someone's mother, being treated like that while a group of masked men tear through her home, all because her son couldn't stop flaunting his wealth on the internet. The situation is beyond messed up. The emotional damage this whole thing caused to 6ix9ine's mom isn't being talked about nearly enough. This poor woman has now been caught up in two terrifying situations, both because of her son's flashy lifestyle and public image. First, there was that scary moment when strangers reportedly tried to grab her off the street while she was just walking her dog. Imagine being an older woman, minding your business, and suddenly you're fighting off people you don't even know. That's straight up traumatizing. And now she's been through this brutal home invasion in her own house, the one place that should feel safe. It's heartbreaking and honestly avoidable because 6ix9ine has been way too public about where he lives. He's constantly filming content right from inside his mansion, showing every detail of the property, giving full-blown house tours to YouTubers like Traplore Ross and Bubba 100 times. TMZ even revealed parts of his address months ago when the feds raided his place in March. When you think about it, 6ix9ine basically mapped out his own home online. Those videos turned his mansion into an open blueprint for anyone with bad intentions. He showed the garage, the luxury cars, his studio setup, and even the corners of the house where security cameras don't reach. Traplore Ross literally pulled up in a bright green Lamborghini and filmed the outside of the home for a YouTube video that's still up right now. To make matters worse, 6ix9ine has bragged multiple times about moving around without security. He even said on stream, "I go everywhere by myself. The streets is a lie." But moments like this prove how dangerous that mindset really is, Being careless online doesn't just put you at risk, it puts your family in danger too. People kept saying 6ix9ine wasn't really about that street life. Well, look how that turned out. While he was out trying to prove how tough he was, his poor mother was the one facing danger in her own home. It's a twisted kind of irony that's got everyone online talking. But what's even crazier is how deep the internet detectives have gone with this investigation. Fans are out here comparing walking patterns, voice clips, and even analyzing the height and body build of the robbers in the leaked footage, all to see if it matches the Island Boys. Some of these online breakdowns are so detailed, they look like full-blown police reports. There's even a viral thread on X, formerly Twitter, showing side-by-side comparisons of how the Island Boys stand in their music videos versus how the robbers are positioned in the footage. And honestly, the similarities are spooky. People are zooming in on how they hold their hands, tilt their heads, and move when they talk. And it's all lining up almost perfectly. But what's catching the most attention right now is the jewelry evidence. Fans spotted one of the masked suspects wearing a chain that looks identical to a piece Kodiak Red has been seen wearing on Instagram. This isn't some basic chain either. It's a custom design with unique engravings that would be almost impossible to copy. In the leaked video, you can see it peeking out from under the suspect's hoodie, and the pattern matches exactly with photos Kodiak Red posted just weeks before the break-in. Right after the break-in, both Island Boys suddenly went ghost on social media. Not a single post, not a single story, nothing. That's suspicious, especially since these dudes normally post non-stop, multiple times a day. Their last upload before going silent was tagged in Miami, which just so happens to be about an hour's drive from 6ix9ine's Palm Beach mansion. The timing couldn't be more questionable. Then comes the getaway car mystery. Witnesses claimed they saw a white sedan speeding away from the scene right after the invasion. And guess what fans dug up? Instagram stories showing the Island Boys riding around in a similar white car just days before everything went down. You can't make this up. The license plate isn't visible in either clip, but the make and model look way too close for comfort. Now, of course, we've got to keep it real. None of this is confirmed officially, but the clues fans have pieced together are starting to look pretty convincing. The voice calling out Red, the matching walk and gestures, the rumored financial problems, the flashy jewelry, the sudden social media silence, it's all stacking up like a puzzle that's almost finished. What really adds to the tragedy here is the fact that 6ix9ine can't even legally hire proper armed security. He said in interviews that because of his legal restrictions and supervised release terms, he's not allowed to have guards carrying weapons. So while other artists can protect their homes with full security teams, he's basically wide open. It's wild. His fame and his past both keep him in the spotlight and make him a sitting target at the same time. So here's the wild part. 6ix9ine's living in this huge Florida mansion, surrounded by luxury cars and stacks of cash, constantly showing it all off online, but he can't even protect himself or his family properly. Because of his supervised release, he's got a ton of legal restrictions that most people don't realize. He has to get permission for certain activities, can't associate with anyone who has a criminal record, and isn't allowed to have armed security around him, which leaves him completely exposed. That puts him in a messed up position, rich and famous, but vulnerable as hell. He's easy to find, always visible, and yet he can't take the same safety measures other celebrities can. And now his mom, who's innocent in all of this, has been targeted not once but twice. First, the reported kidnapping attempt while she was walking her dog, and now this terrifying home invasion. It's heartbreaking to think she's paying the price for her son's choices and lifestyle. If the rumors are true and the Island Boys really were involved, that just makes everything even sadder. These are guys who once had the world's attention. They had viral fame, money, and a platform to build something real. But instead of staying on that path, they allegedly threw it all away for a quick score that left an elderly woman traumatized. That's a massive fall from grace, from social media stars to suspected criminals. Law enforcement is reportedly going through the leaked footage right now, trying to confirm what's real and what's internet speculation. And honestly, with how deep the online detectives have gone, analyzing voices, matching movements, tracking cars, it feels like the internet has already done half the investigation themselves. If these clues hold up, we might be seeing some serious updates real soon. Now, even law enforcement is starting to pay serious attention to what these online detectives are uncovering. The internet has become its own investigation unit. People are spotting clues and patterns that official investigators might not catch right away. What's wild about this situation is that everything went down while 6ix9ine was live streaming. These robbers weren't just lucky, they were watching him in real time. They knew exactly where he was, who he was with, and when his house would be empty. That's next level planning. This wasn't some random hit. It was targeted, timed, and calculated. Every time 6ix9ine goes live showing off his day, he's basically giving out free intel, telling the world when he's not home and when his security team is gone. It's like handing over a schedule to anyone watching with bad intentions. That's the dark side of being too public. Fame can make you both rich and exposed at the same time. And if the Island Boys really were connected to this, then they definitely chose the wrong person to mess with. Because love him or hate him, 6ix9ine's fan base is loyal and relentless. His supporters are out here breaking down every second of leaked footage, comparing voices, cars, even timestamps, basically running their own investigation online. What's happening right now shows how powerful the internet can be, both as a weapon and as a tool for justice. People underestimate how quickly social media can turn into a massive detective network. This story isn't just about one robbery, it's about how fame, money, and the need for attention can create real-life danger. It's a warning for everyone living that influencer life. What you post can put you at risk. And as the investigation unfolds, it's clear the fallout from this will go way beyond just 6ix9ine's mansion. The bigger message behind all this is about what happens when you constantly flash your wealth online. When you're showing off stacks of cash, luxury cars, and designer jewelry, you're not just entertaining your fans, you're also giving potential criminals a full view of your lifestyle. 6ix9ine's situation is an extreme example, but it's a serious reminder for everyone in the spotlight. Fame can make you a target if you're not careful. This case has sparked a real conversation about online responsibility and how social media can blur the line between success and safety. Every time someone posts their location, their valuables, or even their daily routine, they're putting themselves at risk, and 6ix9ine's story just proves how quickly things can spiral. And it's not over yet. The case is still unfolding, and the evidence keeps stacking up. More details are leaking out every day, and word is that law enforcement might be close to making arrests. This thing is heating up fast, and everyone's waiting to see how it ends. So what do you think? Could the Island Boys really be behind this, or is social media running wild with speculation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this crazy situation and whether these online detectives are actually helping or just making noise. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. We're breaking this story down piece by piece. And trust me, the next update's gonna be wild. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, the internet never forgets.